Hello and welcome to ANZ Stadium. It's the South Sydney Rabbitohs taking on the defending premiers, the Cowboys from North Queensland, and we're looking forward to this game. I'm your SRL Mines Commissioner, Will K. John, the commentary box by the one and only Commissioner, Lachlan Martin, and this is a very important game for both teams here.
Yeah, look, Kay, it's a very interesting match here we got here for Rabbitohs. We're predicting them to not do great this season, but have flown out now with a record of 3 wins and 2 losses. Just their second loss of the season last week against the Manly Sea Eagles. Taking on the Cowboys, who many were predicted to be contenders after being the premiers last year, and after winning their first 2 games of the season, have gone 3 losses in a row. If they want to make finals and stay relevant in the finals race, they're going to have to win today to at least get their record 3 wins and 3 losses. But it's going to be a hard match against the high-flying South Sydney Rabbitohs. It could go either way this game.
Yeah, this game's very, very important for the Cowboys. The Rabbitohs are looking to secure a win before next round when they have the bye, and that's before they face the Warriors in the final round of the season. That should be, well, everyone should be tipping that as a win, but you never know. The Warriors come up with some upsets at times, so it's an important win for the Rabbitohs now. If they win this, they're secured for the finals, no matter what happens, I believe. And like you said, North Queensland Cowboys, they need this win now more than ever. Otherwise, they're going to drop out, probably.
Yeah, look, it's interesting. Obviously, the Cowboys haven't really been in this position for a while. Obviously, they grabbed the swing back into season. But since then, since Chris Lord and David Moana have led the club, they've really always been in contention for the premiership, obviously winning it last season. But this season, 3 losses in a row. Don't think we've seen that since season 2. They're going to be under a lot of pressure today. They're going to have to find something because they cannot afford to lose this game to stay relevant in the competition, as I know.
Yeah, and like you said, it was that season 2 runners into touch here. I don't know who's out on that wing there. I think it's Jai Collins, maybe. And he's been brought into touch. The Cowboys get a good chance at attacking here.
They need to use this opportunity here. It's first opportunity of the match. We know how good the Rabbitohs defense is, so it's going to take a bit to crack them here. But they need to find some sort of points here because they cannot let this opportunity go to waste against a team that is really good defensively.
No, they can't. As the inside ball to Lord now. Tries to get through the line. There was a bit of a trick play, but they couldn't break this Rabbitohs defense, which has just been so good this last season. One of the best defenses in the league. As we go inside now, Chris Lord once again driven back, taking another run. It's the 4th tackle before you know it. Wallace goes left. It's Moana. Ball long, and it's Maxwell's in. I thought the ball floated forward. Touch judge said it's all right, and Klein points to the spot.
Yeah, I'm not sure I agree with that call. I thought the ball was a touch forward there from Moana. But Maxwell, he did well. He went down low, early. Butterfield couldn't keep him up. And the Cowboys strike early. Although controversies we see in the backfield, Liam Ryan just talking to the ref there, doesn't agree with the call. But he'll have to live with it as the Cowboys score early in this clash.
Yeah, maybe it's just our camera angle that we have here that makes us disagree with that call there for the forward pass, but touch judge has cleared it. Bunker has confirmed the try. And Houston just fading that kick away across the right post. The Cowboys with a 4-0 lead, and that was very quick indeed.
It was a good little try there for the Cowboys, even if that pass was questionably forward. Obviously, camera angle's not the best for seeing those sort of passes, so, you know, we're not really in the position to say whether that pass was forward or back. But, nonetheless, Darren Maxwell did well there, went down low, got down to the try. I don't think Butterfield was expecting him to go low that early, but the Cowboys strike first, and that's exactly the way they want to start this game. Good stuff there from the Cowboys.
Yeah, and the Cowboys, they've won 3 of 4 of these last encounters. The last time they actually lost to the Rabbitohs was in that season 2 run, like you said before, and it was a pretty disappointing Cowboys run, and I was a part of that, unfortunately. But ever since then, it's been all the Cowboys' way. They haven't actually played, however, the Rabbitohs at ANZ Stadium, or away from their home at 1300 Smiles, since season 1 in round 7. So it's going to be very interesting to see how they do against an away crowd, because we know how fanatic the random, well, not the random, but the Rabbitohs supporters are, and how the random Souths fan is at pretty much every game in the SRL.
Yeah, that's a bit of an awkward kick there from Hugh Snow. Probably didn't be as deep enough, and Jai Collins makes good work of it. In fact, gets it before. That's a good kick return by Jai Collins.
As Butterfield now tries to run it through the middle. Looking for some gaps, but he can't just quite get it. James Thorne goes left. It's White now. White gives it to Clay. Clay straight through the line. Clay's breaking. He's at the fullback position tonight with an injured Kevin Dixon. Eventually, Almatangi gets to him.
Oh.
As they go left. Oh, Chase Williams very close to the sideline there. Oh, ankle tap's unsuccessful. Hugh Snow has to bring him down. 8 meters out now. What are they going to do? They go right. It's Saddlecar. Gunnar O'Hare runs it. It's a Settler on the second last. 5th tackle now. 72 meters gained for the set. What are they going to do? It's Thorne. Right. Ryan. High kick underneath the post. Who's going to be there? It's Saddlecar, but he's brought down in the nick of time. I think it's Moana making the tackle.
Yeah, great defense there from the Cowboys in the end. The Rabbitohs looking dangerous in attack there. It was Aaron White down the swing, usually on the bench for the Rabbitohs, but he found himself in the starting lineup, obviously with Kevin Dixon injured and forced to start from the bench here. It was a great little sort of run down that wing there for Aaron White. He got caught, and now the Cowboys, a great kick there, but the Cowboys just managed to wrap up Josh Saddlecart, sorry. And they have the ball back here. As the Rabbitohs look to put a bit of defensive work. It's a great set there defensively for the Rabbitohs, keeping the Cowboys inside their half. Oh no.
An early kick here from Johnny Columbus. And that is not the kick that they needed, to quote Eddie Oliver. That is a terrible kick over the sideline. I think he's going to get his kicking license revoked from the skippers in Damien Moana and Chris Lord. I don't think they're very happy with that one there.
I don't think we'll see him kick again, to be honest, Columbus. I think that we might see him maybe shifted. Some will maybe have to kick. Maybe anywhere else apart from center, because apparently centers are kicking in this game. Not great stuff there from the Cowboys. Bit of a pressure kick, I think, there.
Yeah, I don't know. He just absolutely shanked it off the side of the boot, but never mind. The Rabbitohs get another chance. They were very, very close to scoring in the last set they had this close to the line, and once again, they're finding their way down the end of the Cowboys camp. It's 10 meters out now. Thorne goes right. It's Butterfield. Good ball to O'Hare. See, that's not quite anywhere near as far as the ball, the controversial one from Damien Moana earlier. As we got Downey now driving back, driven back in the tackle. It's Chris Lord over the top, joined by Tyler Almatangi, who returns back to his post out back. It's Ryan. High kick now from Liam Ryan. It's a deep one. But look who's under it. It's Chase Williams. And there we go. The South Sydney Rabbitohs only took them 10 minutes to strike back.
Chase Williams here with the catch of the night right here so far. Very high kick, testing there for Luka Moscow. And Chase Williams just leaps up above there, catches the ball. He's rocking the white headgear and he scores. And now the Rabbitohs are looking to make it 6 points to 4. With a kick here from Thorne.
Yeah, terrific stuff from Chase Williams there. That's his second try of this season. He played last season for the Rabbitohs as well. And he played a couple games for them though. And as such, that's his second career try as Thorne slots that over beautifully.
Great stuff there from the Rabbitohs. Have to work off it now. They had a good defensive set. Managed to force the Cowboys kick earlier than the Cowboys would have liked. And now they went downfield and scored. They have to keep it up though. We know that the Cowboys doesn't have strike powers across the park. But they have to show us what sort of strike power they have in order for them to sort of do anything in this game. Rabbitohs will be glad to get those points there, but they have to continue on with the job now.
Yeah, the Rabbitohs need to get and just keep on applying pressure on the Cowboys. They've been so good at it throughout this season so far, giving even the best of teams a run for their money. As they play the ball in the 30 here, Thorne goes left. He goes to Downey. Oh, offload back to Thorne, but it's forward this one. The touchy doesn't miss this one. And there we go. They give away an opportunity and give away some dangerous field position for the Cowboys to strike back.
Yeah, I don't think the Cowboys should be Rabbitohs should be happy with that. You have to quickly set up the scoring points, and they do battle. Though they might see an error here, they're going to say play on. But nonetheless, you need to quickly set up the points, and they did not complete that. And it's a poor offload there that leads them forward pass. Disappointing from the Rabbitohs.
Yeah, Matt Downey just forced the offload. Almatangi now through the line. Williams brings him down. About 7 out now. The Cowboys still got 2 tackles left in the set. It's Kauzakau driving forward. Butterfield helping bring him down there. As they go left again, it's Hugh Snow trying to do the crash play Usually don't go for the halfback for that, but never mind. As now here's the real crush play. It's Chris Lord driving, pumping, and he's down here. Tyrone Clay doesn't look happy. Neither does Aaron O'Hare. I think he's gotten it down here.
Yeah, Chris Lord with the crash play there. Matt Downey couldn't keep him up. Thorne was there. Didn't look like helping him for whatever reason. And the Cowboys score again. It's off the back of that poor error from the Rabbitohs. Rabbitohs inviting the Cowboys into their half. And subsequently have conceded 2 tries off the back of it. They need to fix up the discipline in this game if they want to have a chance of winning this one.
Yeah, I feel bad for Matt Downey there. He forced the offload earlier, which caused the Cowboys to get the ball. And now he was left to his own devices with dealing with the incredible Hulk, Chris Lord. It just hasn't been a great 5 minutes for him, and it only took 4 minutes for the Cowboys to score down the other end. This game, it just looks very even at the moment.
Yeah, look, I think the Rabbitohs are making better meters, from their own end than the Cowboys are. But the Rabbitohs just keep making errors in their own end, and when they do, the Cowboys have been able to strike off it. They need to make sure they keep the ball nothing silly out of their own end, because that's what's given away, these errors and giving up the Cowboys opportunities to score points. And so far, when they've had opportunities, they've taken them, the Cowboys.
Absolutely, they have. As Casey Namina driving forward, and what a prop he is. Only a bronze rated 64 at the moment, but he's got some fantastic stats. 99 speed, 80 speed, 99 strength. I can't speak all of a sudden. It stays to pace now straight through the line. His other prop partner there. Just over 40 out from the try line now. They're getting some good meters off this one here. Namina with another run there. 35 out now. It's Wallace going left. Moana inside ball. It's Almatungi. It's been tipped off by Rabbitohs. Referee says 6 again. A 7 tackle set coming their way deep into Rabbitohs territory. Hugh Snow gives it to Kauzakau, who just runs it down, and they're just pushing and campaigning towards this line here. Wallace goes left. It's Moana. Giving it to Cambolo. Cambolo tries to step around some of the defense there. Butterfield wraps him up around the legs. Oh, and a forward pass from Tommy Half, and the Rabbitohs are off the hook there.
That relieves a ton of pressure there. Not what the Cowboys would have needed. They kept pushing on the attack there. But play was on. The ball has floated that forward out of dummy half. They need to be better than that. And now they'll be able to work the way out of their own end. Rabbitohs.
And they'll do so. Trying to run it through the middle now. Hayden Davis. Matt Downing, sorry. The other prop. Trying to push through. They go left. It's Mason Remy. Oh, that's a good run from Remy there. Thorne gets the offload. They lose about 5 minutes on that one. It's the 4th tackle. You think they'd probably kick early. And they go right. It's Josh Butterfield with the duties. Oh, it's a shank off the boot. And it only finds his way about 15 meters.
Yeah, another disappointing kick there. This time from Josh Butterfield. See, last time was Johnny Columbus. Now Josh Butterfield, the halfback, making that kick. Never looked like the kick was on there, so it just came off the side of his boot. A little bit disappointing there from the Rabbitohs halfback.
Yeah, it just looks like someone's filled the ball with lead at the moment. Forward passes, shocking kicks. The only thing that people can do is put it down on the ground, past the line. As Stace to Pace runs it now. Once again, the Cowboys within this own 40 of the Rabbitohs. It's going to be hard if they play their whole game on the line. Cowboys now, it's Wallace going left. Chris Lord goes deeper. Moana, big kick. Towering down. Underneath it. Tapped back, but Matt Downey gets it. Wraps it up. I don't know how there was a knock on. It looked like it went back for all money, but I'm not too sure. And James Thorne gives it to O'Hare. And Dustin Richards now, I haven't seen much of him, but he makes a good break. And a bit of meters for his team to get him out of hot water.
Yeah, good run there from Mel. Oh my god, that's a terrible pass.
Oh.
I had to say good run from Dustin Richards, but it doesn't matter when you throw a pass like that. Rabbitohs can't seem to catch a break at the moment.
They're not doing themselves any favours out there tonight. It's once again the Cowboys. I'd like to see the possession so far. Deep into his territory, starting their set on the 20 pretty much. And now it's Johnston, makes it at the 10. Backing up onto their try line now. It's Hugh Snow driving, looking for the line, the little halfback, rookie halfback as well, looking to get some points on the board for his team. It's Johnston now, driven back. Wallace is in that dummy half. They go right. It's Moana. Moana gives it to Almatungi. Back ball for Hugh Snow. We've seen that a couple times in the last couple of weeks, that awkward back ball from the fullback to the halfback. I don't know if they're supposed to kick in that play, but I guess we'll see. And Chris Lord going for another try for himself. But he's turned onto his back underneath the posts. And a big sigh of relief from the entirety of the Rabbitohs.
Yeah, it's the second time they tried that play. It didn't work this time, although it worked the last time, so you can't really complain too much. But that's not a good... Rabbitohs just... Saddle Cutter was making a lot of meters there. Cowboys have to be careful, because that's not something they want to do after they just attack the line there.
Now the Cowboys getting a lot of chance in offense at the moment, but they need to match that with their defense. We know how good it can be and how strong that line can be, how difficult it can be to break. They just need to maintain that in this set here and just not let the Rabbitohs get down the other end.
16 more meters there from Ash Turner. He didn't mess it up here to Cowboys. They're not really nearly continuing a line we're going to replay at this point, it feels like.
So we've got Butterfield running the ball now. It's the 20 meters is where they find themselves. James Thorne looking over his right shoulder here. He's probably going to go to Ryan, I think. Yes, he will. Ryan puts in an awkward grubber. Picked up by Hayden Davis. He's close to the line. He's still going. But the Cowboys just wrap him up in the nick of time. And geez, that was too close for the Cowboys' comfort.
And they pretty much won 100 meters in that set. Big Rabbitohs. Great set there after defending a lot on their line. So a little nice play there from Ryan. Sort of attacking the line, put a little grubber kick, hit the foot of a Cowboys defender, obviously not played at. Davis picked it up, but unfortunately, the Cowboys had plays there. Amatangi got up under it, and then the support came in to flip him on his back. The Cowboys survived, but they cannot be conceding meters like that, because they conceded 100 meters in that one set.
Yeah, that was a big set from the Rabbitohs. They went end to end as Kembolo gives it back to Moana. Early kick from inside the 40. Tyrone Clay takes on the full, on the trot even. But he gets driven back in that one. That, once again, not a great kick from a half, a centre, the other half. No one can kick the ball at the moment.
Yes, I think, like I said, maybe it's not made of lead. Maybe it's made of concrete at the moment. Just with how these balls just sort of haven't been kicking well. They've sort of just been, you know, going up, but like not really going anywhere. They need to fix that up quickly, both teams, because otherwise teams can't really make meters off it.
Yeah, it looks like they're playing out there with the old leather ball, and we've got 20 mils of rain, but now it's the synthetic and it's dry as anything. As Ash Turner here, going to play the ball on the 25th tackle. The Rabbitohs, from any range, they're dangerous. We have Liam Ryan putting in the kicking duties. Another grubber, he tries it again, but Kobe Johnston cleans it up this time. And once again, Hayden Davis almost came through and just picked it up. Testing out Amatangi again.
Yeah, we're really testing out Amatangi out with his low sort of balls. This time it was Kobe Johnson that came up with it. Probably wasn't deep enough for my liking from Liam Ryan. It'd just be power grab through the line. Try to test out Amatangi's picking up the balls off the ground duties there. Fortunately, it wasn't deep enough for my liking. It was too shallow there. And the Cowboys survived with relative ease, I think.
Yeah, they did. If he just hits it a little bit harder across the ground and directs it more towards the try line, it may cause a fumble from Amatangi. Although we know how much of a professional he is, as Moana now kicks it. Opposition 40 is where it's from. It's Saddle Cart now. Oh, tries to get some meters, and he just couldn't get on the trot before doing the step. And he's driven back in that tackle. It's good kick chase there from the Cowboys.
Yeah, definitely need to keep the Rabbitohs down in the end now. Sinner can make meters relatively easy, but they have to keep them down here. So a bit of switch plays there from Thorne.
We have Richards now with the ball. Another run from him. He's been a little bit quiet in this match. I dare say the Cowboys' defense is targeting as Clay goes straight to the line. Very close, flirting with the touchline. He's going to play it there. The referee was watching very closely at his feet to see whether he steps into touch as he got up. But Hayden Davis now with the ball. 25 out now is where the Rabbitohs are. Is it going to be Liam Ryan again? No, it's going to be Josh Butterfield putting in a kick. It's cross field. They let it bounce here.
Great kick.
Oh, and Moscow. That's a fantastic kick. That's what I'm talking about. Moscow's caught in goal.
Butterfield, he made up for his poor kick early that set up a Cowboys try. That is one of the kicks of the game right there. Just pounced up on a point there. Moscow managed to get to it, but by the time he got to it, Saddlecup was already there to make a tackle. And it was a great kick there. The Rabbitohs have to use this now. Great stuff there from Butterfield, though. Really impressed.
Yeah, and the Rabbitohs need to get down this other end. There's a big drop out there. Luke Driscoll now coming onto the field. About 10 minutes ago, rather. As he's going to play the ball on the 20. As they go left now.
No.
It's Ryan. The reception from Thorne has been subpar to what we see in his normal levels tonight so far, and that's no exception. That's not great stuff from Thorne there, and I think he'll be pretty disappointed with that.
Maybe the ball's not made out of concrete. Maybe currently it's just a little bit slippery there. Some of the kicks just sliding off the boots. A couple passes just sort of sliding out the hands awkwardly. That one just sliding forward to Ryan. Tried to play it off as if it wasn't forward. We all knew it was forward. And unfortunately, the Rabbitohs waste that opportunity.
Yeah, I don't know what's the balls made out of. I don't know what kind of balls you've put out there, Lachlan, or rather ordered for the ground managers, but it doesn't seem to be favouring either team at the moment as the Cowboys somehow find their way so deep into territory once again. Or as Walmsley gets in the way, Walmsley straight to the line, gets an offload to Curry, but he gets swarmed by a whole bunch of Rabbitohs jerseys. And geez, that was dangerous for a second.
Yeah, it looked good there from the Cowboys. Not sure he was about to end up with it on the last there, Walmsley, but he made something of it. He tried his best. Couldn't come up with anything, but now the Cowboys keeping the Rabbitohs down in the centre. That's better defence there. Chris Lord that time on Liam Ryan. Good little defence there as they concede a line break.
As we have Ash Turner going inside. Good offload there for O'Hare. O'Hare loses a couple meters, though. He can't get the run onto it as he wanted. As Dustin Richards now driving forward, getting a whole bunch of close contact, driving the halfback and Hugh Snow away as Tyrone Clay tries to step around. Tyrone Clay, he's good in the fullback jersey. And I guess we'll see how he goes the rest of the match. He's been a little bit quieter than he usually is, and he plays at fullback.
Moscow. So Moscow's got a score there. Not sure what's happened on K. He may have some communication difficulties at the moment. Well, Moscow runs the length of the field, and he's going to score off the kick return. Disappointing defense there from the Cowboys. I'm sorry, from the Rabbitohs. But Moscow scores, and he extends the Cowboys' lead.
Yeah, sorry about that one there. It just cut out my vision there. Something just flew right into the screen, or into the perplex, as we have on the Rabbit 4. I don't know what it was. I couldn't see anything for a second.
Bird flew in front of the commentary box there. Unfortunately, he couldn't see anything. I had perfect vision off it, but Kay, unfortunately, Bird flew right in front of his vision. Sort of knocked him out for a couple seconds, but he's all good now.
Yeah, the whole swarm of seagulls. Gus Gould would be very amused, as it's a fantastic end-to-end try there from Luka Moscow, just running the length of the field and putting his team further in the advantage with just under 5 minutes left in this half. The Rabbitohs, they need to come up with something to inspire their team before the half-time break.
Yeah, Rabbitohs are pretty disappointed with that because, you know, they've definitely had some opportunities here in this first half and they've failed to sort of convert. Obviously, we go back to that Butterfield line drop it that he forced before falling for a forward pass to Ryan. And then since then, the Cowboys just marched the field, couldn't score off it. The Rabbitohs can't do much with the ball. And then they kick it, and a kick return try leads to Moscow running the length of the field. So they'll probably be a little bit disappointed with that, the Rabbitohs.
Yeah, terrific player, Luka Moscow. He's a fender bender archetype, but I think he's more known for his speed. And he's just been a very consistent winger throughout his career. One of the best to do the dance, as we have Moana putting in a big kick. That's a lot better. Moana's kicking game has been very good these last couple of kicks. As Collins now returning, breaks the line. Wallace brings him down on the 40. Now it's White. They go left. Hayden Davis gives it to someone in the gap. Luke Driscoll, inside ball, back to O'Hare. They lose about 8 meters there, unfortunately. As the Rabbitohs, they're going to look both sides before playing. It's Thorne. Good reception there that time. I think he's learning from his mistakes as he goes right now. It's Liam Ryan, inside ball to O'Hare. O'Hare fending off through the middle. Goes straight through. Fullback bringing him down. Tyler Almatungi getting busy. Going right again. Butterfield, inside ball to Clay. Clay steps around Almatungi, rushing back to get in position. 5th tackle now, just under a minute and a half left in this half. As we go left, it's Saddlecart. Saddlecart putting a kick. The wingers come in field to do that. And Kausakau collects it. The Cowboys breathe a big sigh of relief.
I don't think they were expecting that one, the Cowboys, but nonetheless, once again, the grubber kicks just aren't working for the Rabbitohs tonight. This time it was, I think, Scout coming through to pick up the scraps off the ground, and once again, the Cowboys survive just barely. As now that's a good break by Johnson as beautiful pass back on the inside of the Lord, but the Rabbitohs wrap them up.
Great stuff there. They're going left. And now it's Maxwell stepping through on the very stroke of half-time. Maxwell tries to turn, not Amatungi, Clay inside out, but he's unsuccessful. It's the Cowboys 16, Rabbitohs 6. We'll see you in the second half. Hello and welcome back to SRL TV. It's the North Queensland Cowboys currently leading the South Sydney Rabbitohs 16-6 in what was a pretty good first half of both teams. The South Sydney Rabbitohs would be a little bit disappointed with how many errors they gave away on their own line and how they conducted themselves throughout, but I think that the skipper will definitely be looking to push forward in this second half, Liam Ryan, and really inspire his boys to do some great stuff out there. As we have Dustin Richards there, taking a run all the way to the 30. To Kevin Dixon now, stepping around, hopping around the field, making line breaks. Two players that were a little bit quiet in the first half as Butterfield inside ball. O'Hare now, that's a player that wasn't quiet at all, making a lot of tackles, a lot of run meters, about everywhere on the field.
Oh, no.
Butterfield gives the ball, Hugh Snow, intercept, dummies. But he makes his way to the 50, and that's the kind of error that I'm talking about from the Rabbitohs.
Had a lot of those in the first half as Kobe Johnson makes another hit up. He probably over 140 run meters in the first half. He had 137 at half time. For a second row, it was absolutely insane as one lucky not to be caught offside there. But nonetheless, Kobe Johnson, amazing first half. He takes another run up here. He's absolutely working his ass off to begin this second half like he did in the first half.
Yeah, and Dustin Richards with only 52 meters at half time. They'll be disappointed with that first half with how good he has been the last couple of weeks. But like I said, no doubt that on that opposite edge, it was Jamal Kauzakow definitely targeting him. Defense as Columbus comes down with the ball. And that is a try saver from Liam Ryan.
Yeah, great try saver there. Really should be impressed there. The Rabbitohs. Obviously, the error not ideal, but they managed to defend it out. And a lot of better signs there from the Rabbitohs to keep Columbus up there.
And now we have Ash Turner running the ball. And yeah, as I said it's Dustin Richards getting more involved and coming out with a couple good runs to start this half. I want to see more of him in this half. I think he could well and truly break this game. Oh, I thought it was forward. My stomach just sunk as Ash Turner playing the ball. Thorne going left to O'Hare. O'Hare driven back in that tackle. Not breaching the 40-meter zone of the Cowboys here, the Rabbitohs. They go right. It's Butterfield with the kick. It's a big one. That's better from Butterfield again. Another thing that was hard in the first half is Tatera Maxwell. The try scorer is brought down 25 out from his own line. Yeah,
once again, better kick there from Butterfield and better They're probably lucky there wasn't a forward pass in that set, to be honest. I thought that was forward for all money, but the Rabbitohs, they get through their set. They have to defend. They have to start to win this field position battle back if they want to somehow, you know, take this lead back or get themselves back into the game. Because right now, the Cowboys are sort of winning in all areas. You know, not one player. Actually, no, 2 players in the entire game for the Rabbitohs. Sorry, the entire team for the Rabbitohs had over 60 meters in that first half. Being Tyron Clay and I think Jai Collins. Only 2 players that have over 60 meters for the Rabbitohs. That is absolutely abysmal for my liking.
That is an intense statistic as we have Jai Collins now fielding the kick. He's been very good in the wing, but he's brought there about 15 meters out from his own line where he'll play the ball. And they go inside to the field here, just trying to punch through this line.
Another run. Yeah, you know, look, I think the Rabbitohs at the moment, they also have to win back the field position. I think get some of that bigger players involved. I think have to continue to work. Liam Ryan and Dustin Richards have to make sure they get involved in this game more. They haven't really been as involved as they were used to so far in this game, and they need to just get their hands on the ball because that combination is what won them the games in some weeks.
Yeah, sorry for cutting out there, Lachlan. Once again, the bird's giving me grief. As Tatera Maxwell's going to field this kick, and he runs it hard. But it's that man there, Josh Butterfield, bringing him down, playing the ball 25 out from the try line. It's Moana going to Amatangi. Amatangi looking to step around some players, and he gets around, I think it's Mason Remy there. But no such luck with James Thorne as Hodgson now brought down. They're making some meters, but they're struggling a little bit here, the Cowboys. They need a good run, and Kieran Wells may be the man to do it. Straight through, turns Dixon inside out. Ryan's on his inside. Ryan may get to him in the nick of time. That's a chase down and a half from Liam Ryan. Playing the ball 5 out now. The Cowboys go left. It's Moana's over, and he's going to make this lead even bigger for the Cowboys.
Kieran Wells, what a run there. Just pushing off a couple plays. Got around them. Just kept on going there. Got 8 tackled just short the line. Must have been meters out. But then it doesn't matter. The next play, Wallace sends out to Moana. The defense was still retreating, and he just goes himself, and now the Cowboys extend this lead.
Yeah, the Rabbitohs here, they need to get on the same page in their defense. It just looks a little bit jumbled at the moment. Dixon got a little bit unlucky. He thought that Wells was going to go the other way, but he just kind of came off the left boot, came off the right boot really quickly and turned him inside out. Something you don't see second rowers do very often to fullbacks. Liam Ryan put absolutely everything he could into chasing him down, but no success there.
Yeah, great takedown from Liam Ryan, but he had no support in the fence afterwards. Quick pass from Wallace to Moana, and he just saw the gap open up and just went himself, and now this could get ugly real quick if the Rabbitohs aren't careful. It's sort of similar thing happened last week. The Rabbitohs were in it for a good part, but then they let the lead get out of hand, and then once the lead got out of hand, the game was over. They never looked like getting back into the game. So they have to make sure they can sort of withstand a little bit of pressure, put some good defense on, because the past couple of weeks, their defense hasn't been as good as we've come to expect from the Rabbitohs.
And really, it's only 16 points the difference, which seems like a large margin, but we know how quickly the Rabbitohs can turn games on their head and how quickly they can score points and just absolutely stack them on their opponents. I can see Watkins. There's got Columbus there playing the ball. It's the 4th tackle. The Rabbitohs defense looking a little bit more synced now as Hodgson runs the ball. About 45 out from his own line now. He's going to play the ball. They go left. It's Hugh Snow putting in the kick. It's an awkward one off the boot. Tyrone Clay on the full, and he just runs it all the way to the 50 there.
Yeah, good catch on the fly there. Oh my god, another forward pass. This is...
I've counted 3 now from James Thorne. I think it's probably more, but it's about as high as I can count. And geez, that's disappointing there from James Thorne with how many forward passes and the reception that he's been giving from dummy half.
Yeah, they need to fix it up. It hasn't been up to stand the last couple weeks from James Thorne. I know he'll be disappointed, but come on, it's not been good from him. No, he just needs to tune in. I don't know what happened. How do you get to this level? How do you be a gold standard player and still throw that many forward passes? It's just an off game for James Thorne, who's usually very good from hooker. There's Johnny Columbus there, 5 meters out, and he's brought down. Here we go, the opposition hooker Wallace looking to throw it back this time. There, that's how you do it, Thorne.
And Snow now putting up a high kick. Underneath it is Jai Collins. And a very good take there, as there was just a whole bunch of Cowboys around.
Yeah, good defense there from the Rabbitohs. Not better than what we've seen as another break there from Ash Turner. I'll tell you what, he's provided some impact off the bench. Ash Turner, probably one of their better forwards so far today for Rabbitohs. They have to get the back of someone like him.
Yeah, and they need to just keep on building on the meters that he's getting and get those halves involved, spreading the ball around and just... Because they've got two very dangerous halves, Josh Butterfield and Liam Ryan. They just need to get their hands on the ball and direct this play into the weak spots of the Cowboys' defense, wherever they can find them. As we've got Tash Turner with another run there. That's solid straight into Chris Lord. He's not afraid of the contact at all. He loves it, in fact. As Thorne goes back right, it's Butterfield with the kick. It's across the ground. They let it bounce this time, the Cowboys. It's Maxwell with the kick return. Maxwell, foot race. Oh, he's got an ankle tap there. I'm not too sure who that was. Maybe it's Butterfield, I think. No, it actually looked like it was Aaron White, rather. As now another run. Kobe Johnston running straight to the line. Dixon has to bring him down. Oh, sorry. Oh, yeah, Dixon, I think. Yeah, it is now. And we go right. Almatangi going to Moscow. Moscow, straight to the line, trying to turn him inside out. No such luck. 25 out from the try line now. Third tackle, the Cowboys. Oh, it's Hodgson. No one's at home. Liam Ryan puts an ankle tap on. That's enough to slow him down and save a try. 5 out, fourth tackle. What are they going to do? Left, it's Kieran Wells driving. Pump into legs. Brought down at the post. Referee Ashley Klein wants to send it upstairs and have another look at this one.
Yeah, look, I think he's been held up there. Rabbitohs defense definitely a lot better at the moment, but they have to find ways to get down there for the score points, because they're not going to come back if they can't score points.
Yeah, the bunker came back with a very quick decision of no try. And that's a knock on the last play for the Cowboys, and the Rabbitohs don't even have to worry about defending.
Yeah, they got lucky with the Rabbitohs. They have to build off it. They have to find something. I think it's going to be Liam Ryan, Dustin Richards, and Kevin Dixon to stand up. They're three probably best players so far this season. They have to be those three to stand up. Josh Butterfield too. He has to get involved. Just find something. Ash Turner is another one they have to build off. He's been great this game. They have to build off those players and find something if they want to come back in this game, because right now they're not looking at it at all.
No, they're not. As Dustin Richards looks to make some meters for his team. He was good in the first opening 5 minutes, but I haven't really heard from him since. As Mason Remy driven back in that one. The reception wasn't good from dummy half. He was caught flat-footed. I don't think he was expecting the ball. It's Thorne now at hooker. He goes left. It's back to Liam Ryan. Inside his own 40. That's a good kick. That's a very good kick. Who's going to take it? They're going to leave it, I think. Oh! Moscow. I don't know why he waited so long, but he got that's about as close you get to the touchline as without actually going out. As Almatangi now straight through.
Who cut the grass this morning? Who cut the grass to prevent that 40-20 kick from Liam Ryan? The ground manager just stopped him.
Yeah, it's incredible. It looked like there was just a couple of blades sitting the wrong way for the bounce. And just pushing the ball and rolling it away. As Kieran Wells now straight to the line. Inside ball comes off the chest of another Cowboy. And here's the first tackle for the Rabbitohs.
Yeah, you know, very good there. Better defense there from the Rabbitohs. Liam Ryan, it was a nice idea to go for the 40-20. In fact, Moscow nearly did let it happen, but he just got it just in time, obviously. If you let the crowd stop him. That's the bit of top of another thing they can build off. Liam Ryan's kicking game. It's probably been the best. He's probably the only half out there that hasn't had a shocking kick so far today. They have to build off him. There's still 20 minutes to go. They can still score 3 tries in that final 20 minutes, but they're going to have to start soon.
Yeah, and Thorne is just giving me a heart attack every time he gets the ball and throws it flat. It's just looking a little bit forward. But we don't really mind at the moment, as he's not been called for it for about 5 minutes, which is probably a new record in this game, as we've got Kobe Johnston running through the middle now. The second row getting busy in the center of the field. He's not afraid of the bigger boys and the props and the locks. Going left now, it's Hodgson. Sorry, Lachlan.
He's been towards meters by now. Kobe Johnson, he's been absolutely incredible in this game. Had 137 and a half time. I think surely with the couple of line breaks he's had, he'd be nearly towards 200 by now.
I think it would, and it's an impressive feat for any player, but especially a second rower. That's an impressive feat. As Chris Lord now brought down 35 out from the opposition line. You think they're just going to put in a cheeky little punt out the back?
Oh, it's too deep.
And that's exactly what they do. And that's not quite the kick that they wanted. Jai Collins fielding it on the full. It's Chase Williams. Bumping off. I don't know who that is, but he's hit the ground hard.
It's Kobe Johnston.
It's Kobe Johnston, the centre, running over the second row. Alrighty, if you say so. And Saddle Cart now playing the ball 35 out from the try line. It's left. Dustin Richards gets an offload away to Liam Ryan. Need a little bit more space there to run, but that's no one's fault. As Liam Ryan on the trot is very deadly indeed. As O'Hare straight through the middle. Offload goes to Thorne. Thorne drops down. Not too many meters lost there as they go left. It's Ryan going to Richards. Richards offload to O'Hare. O'Hare just driven back in that one over the top. It looks like it's Wallace. It's fourth tackle. Inside ball. Kevin Dixon coming on in the 17 jersey. 25 out from the try line now. What are they going to do? It's Thorne. Goes deep this time. High kick from Ryan. Very high kick from Ryan.
Oh.
And Almatungi's folded in that reception, but he just holds onto the ball, luckily.
Big shot put on there from Matt Downey, I think it was, trying to force the ball loose, but unfortunately they couldn't. Almatungi's very good on the high ball, caught it there. It's probably been a little bit quiet today, Almatungi, compared to some compared to some of the other players on the Cowboys, especially considering how well the Cowboys been doing. You expect Almatungi to be very involved, but he's just been a little bit quiet. There, never mind, there goes a line break. Guess he heard me, want to prove me wrong now, Almatungi, but great run there for the pullback.
Yeah, a bit of commentator's curse there, which seems to be happening just about every time we say anything. As we have Tyrone Clay off the wing now. Oh, and he gets away for a second. He had a shred of daylight at the end of the tunnel, but just couldn't quite get there. Almatungi cutting him down where he stands. There's Saddle Cart now running onto the ball. 25 out from the try line. It's Thorne. He's doing some deeper passes now. Oh, that one's flat. That one's another one. Kevin Dixon tries to get around. I think that's Bunty Cambola on that edge there in the number 3 jersey. Yes, it is. As Kevin Dixon plays the ball, it goes inside. Butterfield goes to Hayden Davis and offload. Oh, risky at the moment, the Rabbitohs. They're just really testing out the touch judge with these passes. They go left again. It's Thorne to Richards. Richards, that's a good amount of meters for his team just before the last. And hopefully that puts him on the front foot for this play. It's going to be Liam Ryan, Grubber. Grubber's good. And Kevin Dixon comes through, puts the ball down comfortably. Referee, point to the spot.
Well, they needed one, the Rabbitohs, and they get one. 13 minutes still to go. They can definitely score another 2 tries in this game. They've got it in them. Liam Ryan, they tried these goal kicks in the first half, never really worked out. Maybe that's because they didn't have Kevin Dixon on the field. Now he's on, and it works to perfection right there. Liam Ryan, beautiful little grub kick in there. Bounced up into the clutches of Kevin Dixon, and there we go. The Rabbitohs score, and I guess they're back in it now. 2 tries in 12 minutes isn't that unlikely.
No, it isn't, and Kevin Dixon has been phenomenal in this second half. He's done his job to perfection. He's really injected himself in this second half and kind of did what couldn't be done before. It's a little bit more exciting. He's looking a little bit more comfortable out there and helping his team out. As we've got Houston going to kick off. Now, how do you think that the Rabbitohs really try and force their way down to this opposite end? The Cowboys' defense has been very, very good. How do you think the Rabbitohs get down there and put points on the board?
I think it's going to be through Liam Ryan, Kevin Dixon, and Josh Butterfield. Those 3 have been the core of their attack this entire season. I don't think that changes from here. They're 3 tremendous players, and it's got to be them to take charge here, especially Liam Ryan. He's the veteran of them. Player that's been in the comp the longest. He's got to be the one to take charge.
And we've got James Thorne going left. Aaron White going to Ryan on the 40. He's brought down. Once again, playing the ball, Liam Ryan. 3rd tackle. And then finding the 40 is Remy, goes straight through the line. That's a good line break. They need another one if they want to get down and put some points on this set. As they go left, it's Saddle Cart. Inside ball, Thorne. That's another line break. I've cursed the Cowboys. I'm so sorry, Damien. I'm so sorry, Chris. 15 out now. It's Dixon going left. It's Ryan. Grubber kick. Who's there? It's Houston collecting. And, geez, thank goodness the Cowboys aren't going to put a hit out on me.
Well, that was a very stressful set for the Cowboys. They nearly got through there. They cannot make an error now, the Cowboys. The Rabbitohs look dangerous. Another grubber kick there. This time they never really had anyone chasing it. I think it was Moana that eventually got onto it there. It might have even been Hugh Snow. They survive. They've got to get field though because they cannot allow the Rabbitohs to be in attack position come next set.
No, maybe they go for the early kick here. I'm not too sure. Looks like Houston maybe setting up for it. And in fact, no, he's not. Inside ball to Almatangi. And he gets another 10 meters for his team. The Rabbitohs, they've done it so many times, the Cowboys. You think that the Rabbitohs would have evolved to handle it, but it's just the explosiveness of Almatangi and the way he steps is just really hard to handle, especially on that left side. Playing 5'8" against the Cowboys, I'm sure I would know as we go left. It's Hayden Davis playing the ball, 19 out from their own try line. They need some meters here. They need some big line breaks, and a couple of them in quick succession, and that's not what they need. Chase Williams brought down on the 20. Do you think that Liam Ryan risks it and goes for the 40-20 again?
Oh, I think he has to at this point. Maybe even just now. Just go for it. It's the only really thing they've got right now is he takes it, but they just go inside there to Rami. This is not the attack and set they needed if they want to get upfield quickly. I think in order for them to come back from here, we're going to have to pause and narrow this set.
It's been a monster set in defense as Moscow takes it on the full. He's going to try and step around some players, but he gets brought down 25 out from his own line. They've got just under 7 minutes to score 2 tries if they want to get back in this game. It's not looking likely at the moment. The Cowboys very conservative with how they're playing as Hugh Snow spreads it. It goes down Matangi through the line. Now Matangi, he's been fed great ball, and I've got no clue what happened there.
They've caught a knock, but they're going to stay careful for Rabbitohs' hand. That's big. That might just do us here. I don't know if the Rabbitohs can get the ball back quick enough to do something, unless there's an intercept or something like that happens.
Yeah, that's a huge call from the referee. But I think they've got it right there. Stace to Pace is going to play the ball just a little under 10 meters out rather. There's Hugh Snow running the ball again. He's taking the settler for his team. He's been wanting points on the board this whole match, and he's been attacking that line as Moana collects the loose one, turned on his back very close to the line. He's going to have to play it pretty much on the line. Wallace tries to dart from half, but he can't quite do it. Let's see what they do in the last. It's going to be Tyler Almatangi going right. Moana, a high kick. Who's underneath it? Looks like it's Tyrone Clay, but no, it's Columbus. And good night, he says. And he says very good night to the South Sydney Rabbitohs as he secured the game for the North Queensland Cowboys.
Game, set, and match right there. Columbus seals it. Great kick there by Moana, just high in the air. Tyrone Clay was there, but Columbus just came pouring through, caught the ball in the air. And it doesn't matter if Houston gets this or not, the Cowboys will win it from here. And they'll get their first win since round 3 this season.
He just set sail and flew across the top of Tyrone Clay as Houston slots it. And there we go. Like you said at the start of the match, the Cowboys needed this win to stay relevant in the final series and to ease their chances of making the top 4. And I think that with all comfortability, they've proven that they're not only a chance of getting in the top 4, but also contenders, beating the currently second place South Sydney Rabbitohs.
And South Sydney Rabbitohs' chances also become a little bit dampened with the fact they only have one more game this season. I mean, they can only get a 4-4 record. Not entirely sure who it's against, but it will become a 4-4 record if they win that. With only 4 teams making it out of 9, 4-4 may not be good enough. You may need to get 5 out of 3, which means that the Rabbitohs' chance to make a finals are going to be very scarce. Meanwhile, the Cowboys, first thing I believe the Manly Seagulls and the Penrith Panthers, 2 relatively difficult matches. There are definitely 2 teams that can compete. We've seen that from both teams this season.
Yeah, it's going to be
it'll be interesting. They'll have to win both those games, I think, to really put their chances on making finals high. But yeah, I think it's going to be a very interesting final series for both these teams. I don't know if both these teams can make it now with this game. It's going to be very hard.
It's going to be a very interesting game. The South Sydney Rabbitohs taking on the Auckland Warriors in the final round. In round 9, that is. I think that they're probably going to go into that game very confident, but I guess we'll have to wait and see how they do. As we've got Liam Ryan. Oh!
They're looking for
and that pretty much sums up. They're pushing those passes, and that is pretty much how they've been playing all game. Is Kauzakau now breaking the line, gets an offload away to Stace to Pace. I think the Cowboys want another meat pie just for the troubles they're here. They got the score. May as well go for one last try, I think is what they're saying. as they're going to play the ball 5 out. It's Kobe Johnston playing. Wallace goes left. It's Moana giving it to Almatangi. Maxwell's in for a double. And there we go. The Cowboys send off the night with yet another try and just breaking the hearts and the spirits of the South Sydney Rabbitohs.
That's pretty much sums up the night. They made an error after they were looking decent, and then the Cowboys just strike on it. The Rabbitohs are really disappointed here. Probably doesn't deserve to be over this margin, or maybe it does with how many errors they've made. That's up for you guys to decide. But yeah, the Cowboys, they've been very good today. They've definitely played themselves back into form, I think, here. And a very good win over the Rabbitohs.
Yeah, the Rabbitohs, they'll be doing a lot of soul-searching in this next week in the training. They'll be a bit disappointed with how they came out and played in front of their home crowd. And once again, the win streak against the Rabbitohs continues for the Cowboys. They make it, I believe that's 3 in a row. And there we go, the final siren sounds. It's James Thorns kicking off. The referee allows one last play. I don't think they're going to go the length of the field. And it's Casey Namina taking it up. And there we go. It's the North Queensland Cowboys 34 to the South Sydney Rabbitohs 12. A fantastic match from the Cowboys has seen that they get 3 wins. And it's a 3-from-3 record for them now. The South Sydney Rabbitohs 3-4 record. I guess we'll wait to see how they handle themselves in the coming week.
Wow, just wow. Look at those time possession. 27% for the Rabbitohs. 73% for the Cowboys. That would be up there with some of the worst we've ever seen. The Cowboys, they just suffocated them in all aspects today, and the Rabbitohs never stood a chance.
You know, the poor Rabbitohs, they only got a very slim completion rate. That's about, 65% compared to the Cowboys, who had a 84% completion rate. Like, that is a big statistic there. It makes it difficult. As we look at some of the individual statistics now, it's Dustin Richards getting a bit more involved. He got about just under 100 metres in that second half alone. Tyrone Clay, 131, Butterfield, 117, and O'Hare, 109, respectively. Those are the top runners for their team. O'Hare did a good job at a lock tonight, I think.
Yeah, probably the Rabbitohs' best player.
Terrific.
Sorry to cut you off there, Kevin. It's probably the Rabbitohs' best player. 31 tackles, 2 tackle breaks, 2 line breaks. Definitely tried his heart out there, but just overall wasn't enough.
No, it wasn't. As we look at James Thorne, 3 areas. The pass is correct. That is as high as I can count. Hayden Davis had 2. Butterfield, Downey, and Lorien all having 1 respectively. It was just too many areas for the Rabbitohs tonight, and they just gave them away in crucial areas of the field.
Yeah, I have to agree. It just wasn't their night tonight, the Rabbitohs. They'll have to look over this match, because this could be a match that determines whether they make finals or not.
As we look to some of the Cowboys statistics, it's Kobe Johnston, 201 metres. That's a very good effort for a second row. Congratulations on that one. 6 line breaks to his name as well. Tyler Matangi, 183 metres. 6 line breaks to his name as well. Hugh Snow, 164 metres. Tatera Maxwell, 140. Moana, 138, 133, 132, 125 to Moscow, Namina, and Pace, respectively. And I think that's what, over half their teams made over 100 metres here. I think that's what made the difference in particular.
Yeah, 100%. Over half their team made 100 metres. And also, we're very interested to look at the fact that, Wells got 94 metres in just 22 minutes. Lord only got 92 metres, but he also made 25 tackles, a line break, and a try. I think all over the park, the Cowboys just were very good.
And it's that individual skill merging with that great team spirit from the Cowboys that really got them there in the end. And that's why it's such a big win, a 22-point win over the second-place team. But we move on now. It's been a pleasure having you join us on SRL TV tonight. It's been a fantastic game to watch. It's the Cowboys 34, Rabbitohs 12. We'll see you next time.